Hey, it's Greg at USP Motorsports. Today we're going to install our interior LED kit on a B8 Audi S4. DipYourCar.com was nice enough to loan us their project car, so we're going to go ahead and put the lights in it today. Keep in mind, whether you have a B8 Audi A4 or S4, as well as the A5 and S5, the installation is going to be the same. The only tools we're going to need for the installation is a soft pry tool. These are available on our website, and you're also going to need a T20 torque screwdriver. First thing we're going to do is open the sunglass holder here, and there's going to be one T20 Torx in there. We'll go ahead and remove that, and then we're going to pop this whole light assembly down. As you can see here, we have our two dome lights over here, and our map light. There's one here and one here. We're only going to do the map lights right here from the back. These need to be done from the front. So we'll go ahead and we'll grab on here and we'll turn counterclockwise, and that light will come out. As you can see, there's already LEDs in this car. If it was a factory bulb, you'd go ahead, take the factory bulb out and pop your LED in. Just remember, the LEDs are polar sensitive, so if you put them in and they don't turn on, you just got to take them out and rotate them 180 degrees. And also on these LEDs, just make sure the metal legs on them are positioned so they contact the metal socket in the car. That way you don't have any issues with them lighting up. So we'll go ahead and, with our LED reinstalled, we'll go ahead and put it back in place over here, and we'll turn it clockwise. So we'll remove the second one now. Just go ahead, grab, and turn it counterclockwise. As you can see, the LED is already in there. You would just install your LED and then turn it clockwise to lock it back in place. Now we'll go ahead and we'll test that one. That one works. And we'll test this one. And that one works. So now we'll go ahead and reinstall the rear section here. And we'll push it up. And we'll go ahead and we'll open our sunglass holder. And then we'll reinstall our T20 screw. We'll close that up. And now we'll take our soft pry tool and we're going to remove this to change the other bulbs out. You're going to put your pry tool in on the side over here. And we'll go ahead and pop this out. As you can see, we already have our LEDs in here. If it was a factory bulb, it would be the same thing. You can grab the tab over here, push it, and remove the bulb. And then to install it, you'd same thing. You'd line it up there, press it, and it'll lock into place. You just want to make sure you orient these facing down. And we'll just go ahead and make sure they work. And they work. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll insert the front of this first. We'll line all of our tabs up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. We'll line them up. And we'll pop this back into place. And now we're going to do the rear dome lights. All we're going to do is put our soft pry tool in here and just this black plastic trim. We'll go ahead and work the tool around and we'll pop that off. From there, it'll expose our LEDs. If it was factory bulbs, it would be the same thing. You can just reach in there and pull the factory bulb out. In this case, we already have LEDs in here. From there we can reinstall LED again. Just make sure the legs on our LED are lined up the best you can. And we'll go ahead and we'll push that in there. And we'll turn it on just to make sure it works. And again, you do the same thing on the other side. You go ahead, pull the LED out, or pull the factory bulb out and put your LED in. And we'll try it now. And it works. We'll test the second one. They both work. We'll take our trim piece and we'll pop that back on, and we got our LED lights. Now we're going to do our door LEDs. They're also known as the puddle light LEDs. This is the underside of the door panel. This is actually going to be the passenger front door. We have the door open. If we're looking at the door, we're going to start on the left side over here with our soft pry tool. We're going to come in here and we're gently going to pry this down. Okay, this car actually already has the LEDs installed, so I'm still going to walk you through the process. You would come over here on this side, and we can stick our pry tool in here and gently release this cover. And as you can see, it has an LED installed. If we had a factory bulb, you would simply take the factory bulb out. You would simply put your 194 downward facing LED in and orient the LEDs face down. So it would look just like that. And then we'd go ahead and reinstall our cover. And then reinstall the housing. And the process for the other 3 doors are going to be the same. Now we'll move on to the glove box light. As you can see, it's tucked all the way back here inside the glove box. If you're looking at the glove box, we're going to start by prying on the left side, which is going to be closest to the driver's side. So we'll come in here with our plastic pry tool, and it's going to come off just like the door LED. Pop it off there. We'll go ahead and remove it, and I'll just go ahead and unplug it to give you a better look. So once we have it unplugged here, you can see it's got a little plastic cage on it. All we'll do is we'll lift it up, set that aside. We'll pop our factory bulb out. It might be a little hot, so you might want to just let it drop. And we'll go ahead and we'll put our LED in place like so. And then if you actually notice, this contact when we're removing our factory bulb actually moved a little bit. So you can just take your pry tool, turn it a little bit like that. That way we get a nice good contact. From there we'll go ahead, plug it in, make sure it works, which it does. And we'll go ahead and snap our cover back into place. And we'll go ahead and put our light housing back in. Like so. Now we're going to do our trunk LED. We're going to use our soft pry tool on the right side over here, which is the side closest to the passenger side. We'll go ahead and stick our soft pry tool in there. And then we'll go ahead and take our cover off. You might want to use your pry tool to pop the bulb out because it's going to be hot. We'll pop our bulb out, and we'll put our downward facing LED in. Again, one of the contacts moved while we took the factory one out, so just take your pry tool there. All you're going to do is reposition that contact, put our cover back on, and pop our light housing back into place.